Hello and welcome back. This is Orcs presents Orcs Must Die, when we play through a nightmare to achieve the 5 skulls. This is level 21, hard climb, I think, the hard climb. Yeah, so it took me a few goes to figure something out to get the 5 skulls on this. It's much like the killing fields, I think it is, where I don't know if it's how you're supposed to play the map, but I basically here barricade the left hand side. So it's a map that's basically got two identical stairwells, the left hand side and the right hand side, but there's a little alleyway down the back behind the pool there, so you can completely block off the front side on the left, and they'll have to walk around the back. So if you're watching the mini-map at the moment, you can see all the dots moving up at the back of the map. So to do that, it's very similar to what I did in Killing Fields. So you basically only have to fight one group at a time, plus the flying mobs. I just made it a lot easier. And also set this up as my little kill zone area. It's not a true kill zone. And I place those couple barricades either side just to make sure they get funneled onto that mat so I get extra money. Also in the first round there are two small flyers, but they typically get distracted by the paladins. So that's what was happening there. And up here I like to much prefer to place the archers up there, although there's limited room. They can shoot the ground units as well as the air units, and they're protected from the gnolls, which is a huge thing. I'll talk about that a little bit later as well. So primarily killing things with the spells on the coin forge. If you haven't been watching the series, I've only got the coin forge and the grinders upgraded, so that way if you're trying to get 5 skulls on this, you know it's possible, even if you only have those two things upgraded. So yeah, as we progress, I'll be looking to place brimstones just to thin out the ground numbers a bit more. I'll also be placing more barricades to block off the further paths. So up to wave 3, and this is the one where ogres come out, as well as the flying units. So I want to kill the ogres, preferably on the coin forge, and as you can see the archers could help out once you got into that range. So I shift my focus back to the flying monsters, trying to take out as much as I can, giving my archers a hand at being anti-defense, and I should do the same here for this ogre, and wait until he's on the coin forge before delivering the death blow. Yeah, we'll mostly be relying on guardians and crossbows on this map. Now I also want to block the top of this stairs. Since there's no sappers on this map, you don't have to worry about your barricades getting destroyed. Although if you use the wind ability and push a mob behind a barricade and they get stuck, then they'll actually break it to get through. I think wave 4 is pretty much the same as wave 3 with an ogre on each side, but it's just more air units. So I just missed killing him on the mat, but using the freeze backup headshot, freeze backup headshot method to kill them. Now I'm just going to finish off that barricade, and when there's generic ground mobs, I'll just throw up the AoE lightning over the kill forge mat, give my attention back to the flying monsters, you know, wherever I think my focus is needed. And because I've blocked off that left channel, I don't even need to worry about it at all. And I blocked it off where I did because it's to prevent the orc archers from being able to shoot your archers. Because if you bring the barricades too much forward or at the bottom of the stairs, you know, the ascending stairs, then they'll be able to shoot your archers, which isn't good. I know that there's one orc who's managed to make it up the stairs, up the hard climb, so to speak. You start off with the swordsman on either side. What I'm doing there is I'm putting barricades and a couple of brimstones. Barricades not only to funnel them onto the brimstone, but also protect those two archers, because they become important later on, and I will explain that when we get to it, which may be on this wave. Basically there's gnolls. I was having trouble with gnolls, not from actually dying from them, but just being overrun with like 4 or 5 of them and just not being able to actually do anything. So here they come, and if they're on this platform, I find you can use the wind ability to push them into the acid to their deaths. I didn't quite execute it as nice as I could, but by having those two archers at the front of that platform, that's where they'll go, and then I can just push them off like that. It's a really easy way to deal with them. So yeah, just always keeping an eye on the mini-map, making sure they're following that line. I haven't quite noticed it, but there's a gnoll killing my archers. Oh no, sorry, it's just an orc, so that's right. And another thing I only just realized on this map is you can use the wind belt to pick up items out of the pool in the middle. Because you see how there's a big clump of gold. You can actually pick those up. So that's something that I learned on level, on level 21 on Nightmare. So yeah, placing those crossbows up the top there, adding to the kill zone. I mean, it's a fairly good location. All the mobs have to go through this point. That's why I picked that ledge to put them on first. Whether or not they shoot air units, I'm a little unsure. But that's okay. I mean, mostly want them there to kill ogres and any gnolls really. So I ran up here into the wave to be able to place more archers here. I could have grouped them. Could have grouped them a bit tighter than that to get more up there, but that's just the way it went. So the orc archer mobs, I like to lightning those because it's one-shot kill, as well as these little guys. Oh, that was a good one. As long as the little fly monsters, and I'll just be adding more and more to this sort of technique. I've probably placed all the barricades I wanted to place. It's just more about trying to get up more crossbows and more brimstones, just to thin out the ground units a little bit more. Not that I've really had any trouble with the ground units so far. It's just when the gnolls come, the gnolls prevent you from being able to deal with the air units. So yeah, finally I'm putting some brimstones down here, just to thin out the orcs on the left hand side's numbers as they walk through. There we go, and that's because I know there's a couple of kobold runs coming up, and brimstone is just the best way to deal with them, because at the moment I'm relying on what few brimstone pads I do have, and a swordsman he's a bit slow at dealing with them. Here comes another gnoll. Just don't put. Oh, lucky guy survived twice. But see, he's up there killing my archers again, so I can just push him off. It's a bit unfortunate he didn't go into the lava or the acid. Here's one's broken the line, so I just got to protect my units as best as I can. But yeah, see, I still got. That was another failed rain. But I've got plenty of time to come over and help the side and just push them back down the stairs, and then I have to climb up and go through the brimstone again. So yeah, they don't break through the barricades, so most of them are pretty safe. So I'm just putting a few more swordsmen up here and a couple of archers just in case flies get through. And then that way they can be dedicated, and a couple more archers up here to be, well, they'll also add to the kill zone, but it's more so the distraction for gnolls. See, as soon as the ogres enter the kill zone, it's best to try and freeze the ogre the first time when they enters the kill zone, I mean, that ogre could have been dead by now, so that was something I could have done a little bit better. So hopefully, yeah, see, that one sort of was more in the kill zone before I froze it. So they die a lot quicker that way. So always keeping an eye on the mini-map. It's also good to know sometimes just to let your archers kill air units so you can gauge how quickly they are killing them. Now here's the mass null run, wave 11. I think 6 of them pop out. So as you can see, I'm not even trying to freeze and shoot them. I just want to, you know, put them into the acid as quickly as I can. I'm a little low on mana, but the, you know, they're getting damaged by the dot. There we go. Oh, almost. Come on. Oh, another one over the edge. Yeah, well, I could have dealt with that a little bit better, a little bit more gracefully, but you see how much time of mine it's taking up doing all of this. So that's not really ideal. I think that's, there we go, yep. So if I had a time to better set it up better on that wave, start of 11, and headed up to my archers right at the start, I could have just killed them with no worries. And that was a point where I failed a few times on this map before, until I figured that out. So yeah, just sticking to the normal AoE kill zone. Anything that escapes gets absolutely crunched by those crossbows. I see there are quite a few flyers up the top. Just getting the paladin stun just as a extra security. So I can see there are a few flyers, but I'm just having a look at my archers and seeing how well they can deal with it, so I know what they can handle, because I know that the next wave is the last wave. So, you know, if I look up and I see, oh, they can kill like 6 or 7 of them, fine, then that's something to take into consideration during the next wave, and whether or not I have to put my attention on killing anti-air or not. So I was thinking of barricading this off, well, more guardians, but I reached my limit, and I put one there, and I don't know if that makes my paladin get stuck or not, but anyway, I got 5 grand, so I just spam some more crossbows up here, why not? And we're onto the last wave. So probably froze that ogre a little bit earlier, like I said before. If I waited till he was in the kill zone and then froze him, he would have already been dead. That's right, they give me a second chance. Failed on that one as well, but he dies fairly quickly anyway. A couple more gnolls. I don't want to deal with them at the moment, so I just push them back. Just looking at the mini map, making sure nothing's getting too far to the left. Just utilizing the wind ability. Finalizing this. I mean, there was one mob that went up the stairs, but I knew that I had a couple of archers and my swordsmen up there were going to deal with it. I don't know what he's doing, he's dancing around. And yeah, so this is pretty much the end of it. There we go. So I didn't actually pull any of the items out of the lava, but you can do it with the wind ability. So anyway, that's Nightmare level 21 hard climb, 5 skull victory. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.